y'all. This is Lori with Reality Smack, and this is our Sexpisode Part 3. Okay, Part 3. Today, we are going to discuss college years, maybe a little late high school, but college years, how to deal with marriage, like when your kids get married, how to handle their grown-up decisions concerning birth control and things like that, and how to deal with poverty when you have a child that marries into a situation that turns into poverty. How do you deal with that? Oh, and spousal abuse, if possible. We'll see how many seconds I have left on this thing. But first of all, okay, let's start with late high school, early college years. A lot of college students, this is their first time away from home. They might do things that are a little more risque than what they did in high school because their parents aren't there and they're like, freedom! It's kind of like when I got my first house, my first apartment, and the first thing I did when I moved in was jump on the couch. Because I was like, it's my house, I can jump on the couch and nobody's there to tell me no. You know, that was kind of my attitude about it. But a lot of people have the same attitude that comes upon them when it comes to sex and one night stands and stuff. They can go to a social setting in college, say a study party, or even like going out to a club or a restaurant, you know, where they're doing karaoke or whatever. And they find somebody that they have interest in and they get really excited and they're like, well, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. I may never see this man again. And they wind up going home with him and having a one night stand. I have seen the most Christian straight-laced girls you will ever meet fall into this trap. And they wind up getting pregnant, not knowing what to do, not knowing how to tell their family. It's a mess. It's an absolute mess. So you want to make sure that your late high school teens and early college people and late college people, make sure you stress that they're on birth control. If you have to drive their butts to the doctor's office to get it or to the health department to get it, you go do that. You know, don't be like, oh, it's none of my business. Oh, let them live their own life. No, you're their mom. You're their dad. Push it. I'm telling you. You would rather have that than have somebody that has a baby while in college or while in high school and they can't take care of it and they can't support it. And they're like, Mama, can I move back in with you? We're having hard times. And then you're stuck raising your grandchild. You become the mom and they become like a stepsister. And it's a ridiculous dynamic, but it happens a lot in the South. I have seen it. I've seen it. I'm serious. I've seen it so much. It's just sickening. These girls will get pregnant because their parents did not stress birth control, not nearly enough. You know, and they thought of it as a bad thing. Again, they have been taught from early years up, from the age of 12 up, that, oh, sex is a bad thing. Oh, we can't discuss it. Oh, birth control is a bad thing. We can't discuss it until we're adults. And you know what happens is these girls don't know what they're doing. They wind up getting pregnant by some guy they barely know or jumping into a quick marriage. You know, they have kind of what they call a somewhat, not quite a shotgun wedding, but close to it. I don't know, a water gun wedding? What you might call it, where you have a girl that wants love and wants to be married so badly that, you know, within a couple of years after high school, they find a guy and they're just like, and they get with him and they don't have any money and they're just struggling. And then they up and get pregnant because they haven't been taught proper birth control skills. They miss a pill or they don't use a condom at the right time, and they think, oh, well, we pulled out, we're good. No, don't use the pull-out method. It's crap, you know? Don't use the natural rhythm method. It's crap. It doesn't work. I mean, everybody can have erratic schedules, and they can have periods that are off from your normal cycles. You can get pregnant so easily doing that crap. That is a lazy man's method of birth control. Go to your nearest health department. Go to your nearest doctor's office, wherever you gotta go, and get you some real birth control, whatever it happens to be. If you want an IUD, if you want the shot in your arm that they do now, the injections, if you whatever you want to go with, but get something that is reliable. Don't rely on 1970s birth control methods when you are in college or early 20s or teens. It's crap. It's a load of crap. Telling you up straight, it's a load of crap. Can I stress that enough? Load of crap. Okay. So, teach your kids these things. Stay on top of it. Make sure they know what they're doing. And make sure that they know who they're with. You know, stress, but one night stands are not good. You don't know the guy. He could take you home, drug you up, and rape you. You do not want to be doing it with strangers. If anything, I mean, I know a lot of families, Christian families, want to stress, oh, make sure you're with a godly man that you want to marry, and make sure you don't do it with him until your wedding night and all that stuff. And that's all good, but stuff's going to happen. And when you're in a serious relationship with a guy, if it's like over a year and you happen to have sex with that guy, that's what I would consider a responsible relationship. You know the guy. You have feelings for the guy. You know the guy. You've talked to the guy quite a bit. You've bonded with the guy. This is not a stranger. This is somebody you trust. This is somebody you love and have plans to get married with. So it's not like a stranger. It may be adultery in biblical terms, but I mean, we're talking rules that were set down thousands of years ago, and they don't exactly 100% apply to people today, because most of that was put in place because people did not have methods of keeping transmitted diseases from going through sex. And people were having adulteries all the time. There was no birth control. People were having kids out of wedlock like crazy. And so they made a big deal about adultery to cut down on a lot of that, to keep people pure, to keep people from getting bad diseases and spreading them around. That was the goal. Plus, you had a lot of pagan groups back then that were doing rituals that involved adultery, that involved sex orgies and things. A lot of pagan stuff going on. I'm not saying, all pagans are like evil, but I'm saying that's why they did it. That's why Christians did it. They didn't want to go against their own religion. And today we have methods of birth control. We have stopping STDs. We have condoms. Yay, we have condoms. Great society of these things. Take advantage of these things 100%. It will make your life so much better. But I'm about to run out of time. There will be another episode that I'm abuse, and I will get to that next time. And I love y'all, and I hope you take my advice and things to heart, because these things really will help your life as a parent if you get involved with your child and tell them and teach them these things. It's important. It can save their life. It can save the lives of your grandchildren as well, and make your generations after you so much better and so much more blessed. Love y'all. Peace out.